Fieldbuster.
We're talking about our favourite animated films that aren't a Disney or Pixar film.
Oh, fantastic.
Because I think we all know what Paul's favourite animated film would be in that case.
Yes, Toy Story.
Let's clear the decks. Toy Story, yeah. And to
Yes.
clear the decks, just to get it out of the way, same would have applied for me as well.
Wow.
I think mine would have I think I'd have gone with WALL-E.
Really?
Get out of here.
I don't know.
WALL-E
Like,
feels
it's
like
a
it should
hard
be better
toss
than
up
it is.
between it. For the sake of
so-
controversy, because we do like some controversy on this, I would have gone with that.
Well, it's a
fine.
good job we're not covering all those obvious films.
Yes.
It could be anything animated, is that correct?
Yes. I'd even take semi-animated.
Semi-animated. What do you mean by this?
Yeah. I'm going to just go for it, like Space Jam.
So that's included, is it?
Yes.
Oh.
Sonic, I don't know. Would you class Sonic?
I wouldn't say. I would say it has to be fully animated.
I mean, there's a lot of animation in. I'd say Space Jam is at least 50% animated.
I don't know, it's been a long time since I saw it.
Yeah, same.
If I hit 'em high, hit 'em high, hit 'em high, and you hit 'em low, hit 'em low, hit 'em low. You remember that?
Yeah.
From Space Jam.
Very good.
It was from Space Jam.
Very good.
But that's why I did that.
I know.
Oh, right, okay. Just so you understand. So shall we talk about our animated films? Who's going
Yes,
first,
let's
Adam?
talk about
Come on,
that.
you're going to pick.
Yes. I'm going up first here, I've decided.
Okay.
Just this second. It's probably not going to be the most out of the box there one, but when I look back at it, it's the only one. I'll give it a 9 out of 10, and it probably would be a 10 out of 10. It might be the only animated film I'd give a 10 out of 10 if it ever did make that benchmark, and it is Spider-Verse,
Very good.
which is very similar to this Batman one we've just discussed. and
I think it is better.
I think I prefer Lego Batman. I
You're
don't know
ridiculous.
actually to that extent. Now maybe I don't know. I mean, Spider-Verse is obviously aimed a bit more older group, but I feel like I prefer the DC element and the actual cold other people coming into it.
So I always see this Spider-Verse turning up all the time, people praising it so much. What is so good about
I'd be very
just
interested for you to watch it.
Just
yeah.
watch it. That's the thing. It's one of those films you might think, you look at it and you go, I always looked at it and think, oh, this is going to be any good. And you watch it and the animation, number one, is
Beautiful.
just incredible.
So beautiful.
It took them it's one of those animation films that takes them so long to make. But, and it's just so well done. It's like a great exploration again into what can be done with these worlds.
And what's the theme?
Spider-Verse, there's different worlds. So
No, what's the theme? What's the message? Is it you need people around you to be valid?
I think it doesn't matter who you are, you can be a superhero.
Right, okay. So any superhero movie message ever.
A little bit, yeah.
Original. Can't wait to see that.
Now watch it. I'd be very, very surprised.
Great soundtrack as well.
Yeah.
I don't trust Spider-Man soundtracks.
Do you not remember? Did you ever see when you went to see Venom, Ben?
Yes. Happy times.
Did you ever stay for the end of the trailers?
Yeah.
You not see that bit?
Oh no,
where
I didn't stay.
Spider-Man...
I didn't stay to the end for the Spider-Man bit. I only watched the Woody Harrelson bit when he was Carrot Top.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, that was there. I think it's on Netflix. Ben, just watch it. I'd be very surprised if you
Okay,
didn't enjoy
yeah,
it.
I will. I mean, I'm intrigued enough because I always see it so high on people's lists, but I also know
It
people
is so
can't be
high.
trusted.
And
So
I always didn't want to pick it because, again, it's one of those films that people rate so highly.
Yeah.
But I think it's the one that deserves most of my credit.
what?
Yeah,
So
I dig
it is it part of that Marvel universe in as much as does it? Like, how does
No.
it exist
It's Sony.
alongside Tom Holland? Okay,
It's Sony.
okay.
It's its own individual thing, but they're kind of creating their own franchise. And
So how does that work? Like, so this is what's always confused
They own
me.
Spider-Man still, don't they?
I don't understand how, like, there are different people making different versions of it. Like, I would have assumed, like, whoever owns Marvel, that studio owns the rights to making the Marvel films.
so basically, right, Sony own Spider-Man and many of its villains. They're allowed to make whatever they want Spider-Man, but they almost like rent Spider-Man to Marvel, even though they're the ones who you think would the creator of Spider-Man, but they've already sold it to Sony.
Right.
So they kind of rent out the character to put in the Avengers films.
Okay. That's
So they kinda
interesting.
yeah.
Renting your character out.
Yes, but you got to think that Sony been making Spider-Man movies for years, and they've always owned it. It's like Fantastic Four. Marvel have only just got it back because it was with Fox.
And it's by X-Men, isn't it?
Yeah, and X-Men as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's not beat around the bush. Is the reason that it's so highly acclaimed because the kid's black?
I feel
it's
like
a great story. It's a great story, great soundtrack.
that helps a
amazing
little
animation.
bit, but I mean, if he was a white kid, it would have still.
Really, it's not. It's not
Yeah.
considered like to have more clout
No.
because it's a
No,
black
because
lead.
because this is the thing with the film. It doesn't. It's very good in that aspect where it doesn't matter what race that kid is.
Okay, so they don't really make any reference to him.
No, they
being
don't
black.
make a thing of it.
But then
I
that's a
can't
good thing.
personally
But
think
that's
of
a good
making-
thing. That's a good thing.
It's just yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's what probably gives it the most props in some way. When it shouldn't, that shouldn't really be a thing, but in the world we live in, it is a thing.
Yeah, it is. Well, more
But
representation
this
on
way,
screen is a good
if
thing.
you wanted
so,
to watch this film, Ben, Nicolas Cage is in it,
He is.
and he plays a noir version of Spider-Man, who is a detective who's black and white, and
okay,
he lives in that black and white world.
very strange.
And it's well done.
Spoilers.
I'll give it a whirl.
Anyway, I'm going to say over to you now, Ben.
Okay, I've only got one animated film that I give a 10 out of 10 to, and that is Toy Story. And then I only have two animated films that I give a 9 out of 10 to. So I clearly don't like animated films all that much. One of them is another Pixar film, and it is Soul.
Oh yes.
And that's very fresh. That may go down over time, but like at the way I feel now, it's a 9. But the other one, I can't believe I even had to consult Letterboxd to think about how much this film means to me personally and how wonderful I actually think this is. It is without a doubt one of the greatest animated pieces of work ever. Very emotional, deeply ingrained with Christmas time and childhood Christmases. And the film is The Snowman.
Oh, that's cute.
Now, the reason that I'm particularly interested in bringing this up right now is it means
Did you know my
so
rating
much
of
to
it?
me. Yes. And would you believe what Adam rates this film on Letterboxd, Paul?
I have no idea.
A 3 out of 10. 1.5 stars. This man
hate
has
this
no
film.
soul whatsoever. This is a
Why?
pure, beautiful tale. I mean, Paul, have you seen it? Because I noticed it's not on your Letterboxd.
well,
Okay.
I've seen it a long time ago, but I haven't put it on Letterboxd because I haven't seen it fresh enough.
The beauty of it, as with all of these films, is that it takes something very beautiful and pure and plays it all out for you to enjoy throughout the film, and then it leaves you with a devastating ending. And there's no need to do spoiler alert. I'm sure everyone is aware of what happens at the end of The Snowman, and if you're not, what happens when a snowman's been around for a few days. It melts and it dies and it goes away. So I loved the way that it dealt with that. And so for me as a kid, I think that was what explained death to me without me even realising it. It was sort of like the story that prepared death. You have these great joyous times with people and then they go. Maybe not even death, like friends come and go in life. You have friends that you burn bright with for a while and then they leave you or you leave them. Partners in life, all of these things, and it just did it in such a nice way. And the fact that it was ingrained at Christmas time, it feels like the ultimate Christmas film in many ways for me. And it's British made. Like the Walking in the Air song was lovely.
I hate that song so much.
Yeah, well, it's because you've got no real soul, sir. And
I know. This is the thing with this film. Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt your thing, but
It's all right.
I get the story of the film, and if you put that story onto another film, I would enjoy it. I just hate this film. I don't know what it is about this film. I can't. It's the style of animation in some ways. It just doesn't it just makes me feel uneasy. Like watching the film, it makes me feel like
I know what you
there's
mean because it's
something about
like
it,
a
man.
handheld drawn style that feels like the squiggles are there.
Yeah,
because it stays
and I
still.
think I never
and
liked that song as well, so that annoys me. There is just so much. I just can't get this film.
When I
And the
hear
thing
that,
is,
immediately it casts me back to watching it as a
I
young
get
buck.
why people. I do get why people love it. And if you were to replay this story in another film, maybe, or in another aspect, or even if they redid the film, I think I would enjoy it. There is just don't like this film at all.
Did a snowman do something bad to you while you were younger?
No, but it's just this. I just don't like it. I can't. The thing is, I can't really put why I don't like it. It just makes me feel so uneasy and unwell almost.
You are a monster, mate. Winter Wonderland at Hyde Park had, I think it was 2019 Christmas, had the snowman exhibition. Me and
Lovely.
Jenny went to it, and it was lovely because you go in. And you watch the film in installments. Like, I don't know if you can remember the film, but it like starts off in the house, then it goes outside, then it goes to the night sky, and then it goes to like a party, and then the snowman melts. And you watch the film in 5 different areas. So
Wow.
you sit down, you watch it, and they've mocked the areas up to be like the film that you're watching. And then the snowman comes walking along at the end. Very lovely.
That's
I had loads of merchandise when I was a kid. I had piggy bank, duvet cover, curtains, rug, all sorts of manner of things.
Davy Bowie plays the voice of the boy in it.
Oh, look, Adam perked up.
David Bowie plays the voice of the boy.
Imagine
He says that. Oh, it's an
Surely
older
not.
boy.
What? That's not true.
the old boy.
This is older boy on here.
Oh yeah, so David Bowie. There's a version of it where So David Bowie introduces it. When you watch the film, it starts with David Bowie walking, and he introduces it as himself, and then it goes into the cartoon.
I just don't like this film. It's just, yeah, something about it.
Did
man.
you ever see the Iron Brew advert of the snowman?
No.
They animated the whole thing again, and he's going through the air, but the little boy's got an iron brew, and it gets to the part of the song, and it goes, "He stole my iron brew and let go of my hand."
Is this actually a real
sounds
advert,
familiar,
or is it
actually.
someone that someone made up?
It's an iron brew advert.
Is it actual Iron Brew advert?
Yeah.
It's not like that phase of YouTube when people were just making videos and putting them
No,
out.
it's an iron brew advert.
Yeah, that does sound familiar actually. Anyway,
Wonderful pick.
and for you,
My pick is actually leading on from our episode. This is an animated Batman film.
I knew it would be in this room.
Batman Under the Red Hood. So it's based on a massive storyline from one of the comic books where the readers had to vote on whether they wanted Robin to die in the
Okay.
next comic book. And at this point, it was Jason Todd who's the third Robin at this point. So everyone had to vote, and everyone voted they wanted to kill him. So this is the story of this. No spoilers. This is the plot description. So it starts with the Joker who's captured Robin, and he's beating him to death with a crowbar. It's a very violent film, and Batman's on his way trying to find where he is in his warehouse, and all the while he's beating him to death, tormenting him, and Batman doesn't get there in time because he blows the place up, and Batman just there holding Robin's body. And
is
then the
that
film-
what inspired the Dark Knight scene then?
Probably, actually, maybe, yeah. Yeah, probably. And so, what transpires from this is a film about Red Hood, which is what the Joker was called before he turned into the Joker. It's
Red Riding Hood.
yeah, Red Riding Hood. It's basically follows along the tale of almost what Joaquin Phoenix was in the Joker. He's a rubbish stand-up comedian. But in this film he falls into the wrong crowd and with the criminals who want to do a job, and they just use him as a patsy and end up getting him thrown into these chemicals that turn him into the Joker. And it's about that and Batman dealing with Robin's death, and all the while this new criminal called the Red Hood, who's taken Joker's moniker, comes into town, and Batman's trying to figure out who he is.
And it's not the
That
Joker.
is the story. It's not the Joker. He's taken over what Joker was before he turned into the Joker. It's a very good detective story, very good Batman film, and it's one of the best animated films I've ever seen.
Wow, I knew you were going to do a Batman.
See, I think you told me about this story before, and it's always one that intrigues me the most.
It does sound very
That's like
intriguing.
a proper, like almost like a real thriller of a film rather than an actual superhero film.
This is why I love Batman, because he has these really violent, dark stories, and they normally almost change the whole dynamic of how Batman progresses in the future comic books. It's almost like massive events that happen, like the cold killing joke thing that happened, which you watched, Ben, didn't you? That
Yeah.
was a pivotal storyline, and it went through history, and it's like part of the lore now. It's not like a standalone story. It actually like progresses Batman's story arc, basically.
You know that I know this isn't directly related to the Red Hood one, but when I was looking into a couple of things around Lego Batman, I discovered that it was Alan Moore who did The Killing Joke.
Oh yeah.
And Alan Moore is like, I mean, I like him. I mean, I know him. I don't really know the other people who did the Batman, but Alan Moore is like, you know, Watchmen and From Hell and all of that sort
Grumpy
of stuff.
Man.
The Grumpy Man. I saw him. I used to go to uni in Northampton, and that's where he lives. And he was famously a recluse. And in the second year there, we all had to make documentaries about things. And a couple of people decided they were going to try and get an interview with Alan Moore, and it's like, no, definitely not. He just he's not going to be doing that at all. But he was so strange, such an eccentric character. But I guess that's why The Killing Joke is a standout
Did they get the
episode.
interview?
No, they didn't. No, but God bless them for trying.
Yes, but I'd recommend it. They got some good animated film, DC.
Where do you watch all these animated Batman films?
I've got them also.
Oh, okay.
Can you watch them out of like? Could you? Is it possible for me and Adam to watch that without having watched like sub previous one?
Yes, that's a standalone.
Under the
Standalone
Red
film.
Hood.
Yeah, Under the Red Hood.
Does Mark Hamill do the voice of Joker?
He doesn't in this one, no.
Who does it?
So the only people that you would know in there is Neil Patrick Harris as... Oh, he plays Nightwing. So Nightwing is the original. He's Dick Grayson.
Okay.
But basically Robin, he changes his moniker to Nightwing and lets Robin get taken by the younger sidekick, basically. And Jason Isaacs, who plays Ra's al Ghul, who you both know.
Now, who does Batman and Joker?
Bruce Greenwood does Batman,
Don't know who
and
that
Joker is John DiMaggio. I think they're probably voiceover people.
John DiMaggio.
Oh wait.
I recognise that name.
John DiMaggio is Bender from Futurama.
Oh, is he? Oh yeah, yeah, he is.
Bender. I'm trying to imagine Bender as Joker.
Oh, I think I know Bruce Greenwood as well. He is the husband in what's he in? Gerald's Game.
Oh right. Oh yeah. Okay. When was this film made? Under the Red Hood.
A long time ago. It was one of the early animated ones. 2010. 10 years ago.
Well, very good.
Yeah.
Did you give this film a 10 out of 10, Paul?
I give it a 9 out of 10.
So none of us suggested any 10 out of 10s.
No, I don't have any animated 10 out of 10 films, and I don't know why that is.
What? Not even Toy Story?
I think I gave it a 9.
Oof. Zut
Many room for
alors.
improvement.
Toy Story, not only my number one animated film, it also features in my top 100 movies of all time.
Mine is in my top 30 of all time.
Lovely.
You named your fucking kid after it.
There you go.
Yeah,
you
get over
you
it,
can't
mate.
do better than that.
Get over it.
That's like big shit.
But if you have a second kid, you are duty bound to call it Buzz now, aren't you?
No, Bo Peep.
No.
What have you discussed doing more Toy Story names?
It won't be anything Toy Story related.
It can't be. You can't possibly.
It'll
do
be
that.
Alan from Jurassic Park.
That's it. You got it.
Imagine going to school, Woody, and you're like, well, your name's Woody. And he goes, oh, I've got a sister. And he's like, oh, what's your sister? Oh, Jessie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Our dog called Bullseye.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters.